Hey everyone, well, 2022 is here, so let's get right to it. Today I'm going to be answering a question that many of you have been asking me over the last several months. As it relates to 2022, are home prices going down? Well, my answer to that question is simply no, they're not. As we take a step back and really analyze and study what's been happening in our market as of late, I truly believe we've been in this process of establishing what our new normal is. Now, what I mean by new normal, maybe not normal in regards to the ultra competitive insanity that we're seeing on a lot of real estate transactions these days, but in regards to price point and the price levels that we're seeing, I do think those are here to stay. The last couple of years, we've seen a pretty insane and bizarre at times seller's market. Now, do I think that's going to continue in 2022? In general, yes, although probably a less crazy seller's market. There are some things that we know will be happening that have the potential of impacting the market and starting to swing the pendulum the other way. First, we know interest rates are going up. The Fed has already indicated they plan on raising rates 3 to 4 times this year. Now, those things will happen gradually, but in general, as rates go up, buyers are able to buy less house, and so that will soften the market a little bit. Supply, on the other hand, has been at historic lows, and in general, they can really go in one direction, which is up. So we do expect supply to go up a little bit, and as supply goes up, traditionally, that will soften the market as well. Now, another thing that could impact the market a little more dramatically is the home affordability index. As it relates to the median income and median price of homes, if those ratios get out of whack, where prices go up way faster than income, then we might have some challenges on our hands. But for now, things are going okay, and those ratios are fairly healthy and in reasonable levels. So another thing to keep an eye on is inflation. Now, I'm not going to go into detail with inflation on this video. I'll send another one out to you guys. But in general, that's one thing to keep an eye on that could impact the market more dramatically than the first couple things that I mentioned. Now, what will probably be happening over the course of this year is as we start to adjust and maybe the pendulum will swing towards buyers a little bit, sellers are holding on to these prices pretty tightly and they're not going to be willing to give those up too quickly. So what we'll probably see first are things like seller concessions coming back into deals. We'll probably see seller home warranties being offered to buyers. I don't remember the last time when those two things existed on a real estate transaction, but that'll probably start to move in that direction. Average days on market will probably start to go up as sellers hang on a little tighter to these price points and the pendulum starts to swing a little bit. Now, all that being said, here are some other things that are happening that have the opportunity to mitigate everything that I just said. There are tons of people moving to this area. You've probably heard of the Taiwan Semiconductor plant being built up in the North Valley, not to mention all the other commercial projects and economic development happening around town. Tons of jobs are being created, lots of people moving here for various reasons. As buyers move here, it's going to push against some of those things that I said might slow the market down and continue to keep the market pushing up. So another way to look at this, I really love Tina Tambour of the Cromford Report. She put some data together that I thought was really fascinating. As I talk about the new normal, and again, this is my word, not Tina's word, she looked at data over the last 21 years, right, and what kind of markets we've been in. We've been in a buyer's market, out of those 21 years, we've been in a buyer's market 43 months, or roughly 4 years. We've been in a balanced or a healthy market 55 of those months, or again, about 4 years. So you can do the quick math. There's only one type of market left, the seller's market. So out of the last 21 years, we've been in a seller's market 155 months, or about 13 years. That's pretty crazy. And so at some point, we have to take a look back and say, if we've been in this kind of market for this long, at what point do we start to adjust what we say is typical and normal? And I think that's happening today. And to give you another little piece of reference point, when the market crashed 13, 14 years ago, whatever it was, we had roughly 60 to 70,000 homes on the market at any given time. And now, most real estate professionals would say 25,000 homes is about the number we want to see in a fairly balanced market. Well, as of the recording of this video, 3,942 homes were available for sale. That's it. Again, just want to give you a perspective of how low inventory and supply is, and that probably won't be changing anytime soon. Now, if the last couple of years have taught us anything, it's that something crazy in this world could happen to impact everything, knock on wood. But barring anything crazy and significant like that, I think this market is here to stay. However, every situation is different. every price point and every market is different. But even for luxury all the way down to $200,000 and $300,000 homes, I don't know if you can buy a home for that cheap actually. But in every price point in general, this is the reality. It's very competitive, low supply, high buyer demand. I don't see that changing anytime soon. So, but again, every situation is different. This is definitely not a one-size-fits-all scenario. So I'd love to be able to help you out with your specific situation. And if you are entering into this market, because it's pretty rough out there, I highly recommend you hiring not just an experienced realtor, but a talented one. And I'd obviously love to be that person for you. So feel free to call or text me anytime. You can look me up on my website if you want to find out more about me or learn about my service philosophy a little bit. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. However you want to get a hold of me, I'd love to connect with you. So hopefully we can do that soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day.